Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of our newest season of Table Manners for Robots. If you, like me, have questions regarding cryptocurrency, understanding this thing called Bitcoin, understanding the concept of blockchain and what it means for business, and does this mean that we're no longer going to be using traditional currency? Are we going to have to swap over to this electronic currency at some point? If you have these questions, and certainly, cryptocurrency is becoming more and more visible. We're seeing it more in the news. We're seeing it even at payment outlets where it's a valid form of payment nowadays. If you have questions based on the rising level of visibility of this thing called crypto, then this show is certainly for you. We were very fortunate to be able to interview someone who's incredibly knowledgeable about this area. He's dedicated a lot of his time and his attention to mastering the subject, and he's actually not based locally. We interviewed him while he is in Europe, and you're going to get a chance to hear from the expert himself. Now, without further ado, let me have him introduce himself.
I'm Yanis Andreou, and I'm from Greece. I live in Athens. I haven't studied something in the. I just finished the high school and I didn't go further. But I start doing my own research and following and listening so many courses and seminars online and offline. And I started involving in the business since I was 18 years old. I am 30 years old, and in the last 12 years, I was just doing business stuff. I tried so many things in my life. I tried network marketing, affiliate marketing. I tried sales. I did so many different jobs, and but what was impressing me was the technology and the work from home idea, which was one of the best. Um, and For the last 5 years, I am actually somehow I can consider myself an internet marketing influencer because I have more than 100,000 followers on my social media. And my passion is actually to research and to see what's the opportunities there, what can help people, what can help people to even to make money or to improve their life. So I do research, I find ways that can help people, and then I share with my followers. And I like this. This is my passion. I like to travel. My girlfriend is photographer, so we travel a lot. But my basement is in Athens, and yeah, I have my channels, my YouTube channels, my Instagram, social media, other social media, and I communicate with my people.
All right, so it's super cool to get to know Yanis. Now, as you will notice, we are using our newest format of the show that we are trying to see whether it's better than the old format where we have our guests live. In this new format, we are using pre-recorded inserts that we have prepared and that we have sorted through, and we have a long list of topics that we are going to cover through today's show. However, I am sitting right now live addressing you. So if you are on the show at the moment and if you are watching the show live, feel free to send your comments and questions. And based on your questions, I will select the correct next insert to ensure that I'm addressing your immediate needs as the show progresses. So as you're learning, as you're discovering things about crypto, if you're left with a few questions, please feel free to drop them into the chat box. You can also use the Q&A box. I have it in front of me here. So at any given time, when your comments come through, I'm going to be taking them up and addressing them and selecting the right insert that's going to suit your needs. And of course, as always, send us feedback through the webinar link, the webinar feedback link. We do have the webinar feedback link available shortly. We'll make it available in a little bit, not right this second. But feel free to, when it starts showing up, to drop your feedback into the link. For now, let us address the big question. In terms of the topic itself, there's a lot of confusion about what this thing called crypto, what it is exactly. So we've taken some time to unpack the concept of crypto. We're going to go through it methodically. So let's start by answering the question: what is crypto exactly?
Cryptocurrency, in simple words, it's a technology that can help people to store their value, their assets. In a few words, so people, by just having their the fiat currency like euro, dollar, lira, or any other currency, by the time that currency, that fiat currency, just lose the value. And by having in the by transferring that asset, that money in the crypto assets, in the cryptocurrency, it will keep and increase the value by the time. So it has been considered more valuable to keep your money in the crypto than in the bank account. And there is a lot of uh, things that is going on with the fiat currency. For example, governments can control your money, your bank accounts anytime, can stop you having access in your own money. This can never happen in the cryptocurrency. You will always have the full access and the control of your own money and your own assets. Governments and banks can print any time can print money, and this, for example, in the cryptocurrency never happens, and that keeps the values and increase it by the time. And also the some very unique things about cryptocurrencies that is they are safe, can be safe, and you can have fully control the money, okay, the assets, and then also anybody cannot have access in that and control in your own assets. So this makes very unique. It cannot be hacked. It can be hacked only if somebody doesn't know the basics of how to secure his own cryptocurrency in a wallet, of cryptocurrency wallet. So yeah, in a few words, that's the cryptocurrency.
All right, so that sets the scene in terms of, at its basic, what crypto is. But let's dive a little bit deeper here. I've got some nice questions coming through. Um, Anonymous is asking, why are banks not embracing crypto? So we are going to address that question very directly. We've got some very meaty content lined up that tackles this question head on and unpacks what's sitting behind this concept of crypto when we look at the banking sector. All right, but for now, let's keep going in terms of decoding this complex topic, and let's address the topic of blockchain now.
Actually, it's a technology that secure the. It's a technology with cryptography, and it's a technology that secure your assets and keep them secure, and all the process of transferring and keeping the cryptocurrency, it's through this. It's a chain with blocks which secure and transfer all the value of the cryptos from one wallet to the other wallet with a very specific way. So, for example, if I have a laptop and I have a bank account, somebody a hacker can just hack my laptop and can access to my bank account and steal my money. But somebody to if that was a hacker was trying to steal my cryptocurrency, would have to access to every computer in the world, every chain, because every chain, anybody that has a wallet, it keeps the technology of blockchain. So this makes it most secure system in the world to transfer or to keep values. Okay. And this is the technology that will keep in the future, will stay there, and will be used for so many other things. The blockchain technology is not only for money; it's also for to store data, to transfer data. Can be transferred from one side to the other side without any control or anonymously. So if I want to send some money, for example, to you, I can send it with just a code, say this ABC234B something, transfer to another address with just these codes. So it is anonymously. I cannot, nobody can control, nobody can have access to these transfers. And it is also, there is calling some miners, which is actually every transactions, every movement on the blockchain technology, it is confirmed from other people who is supporting in a technology way. I don't want to make so developing. So I just want to make it simple. In a technology way, it is supported from other people who is involved in the technology. They just support the network to confirm the transactions, but they don't have any any access or any control on that. I cannot do actually anything, just supporting the transfer of the money, because that's a protocol which is built in that way that nobody can broke or can change. And to happen any change in the blockchain technology, because it can happen, but it has to approve to be approved from more than 51% of the whole people who keep cryptocurrency. So that the technology of blockchain, it will remain. It is the evolution that will use in the future all the banks and all and actually it's going to be the internet 3.0, which is going to be built everything on the blockchain, because the data, it's more safe and more independent, and as it should be in the blockchain.
All right, so that definitely enlightens us on the subject of blockchain as a platform. Now let's look at some of the questions coming through. So Anonymous asking about banks and the embracing of crypto. And then, of course, I've got another question here from Zeef regarding the decentralization of the banking system and of finances in general. We've got some great content lined up to address those questions. Those are coming up shortly. And then Chris is asking about manipulation of the markets. And we do have an insert specifically on that point. And that's all coming up shortly. I think for now, let's address a degree of the banks and their relationship with crypto by addressing or by looking at government controls in regards to blockchain as an anonymous form of currency movement. Let's take a look at that.
So in some way, there is always a control, because some wallets that you store your cryptocurrency are connected with some wallets that are online and are from companies which is not that are centralized and they can be controlled anytime. But there is always a way to store your value, to store your cryptocurrency in just a phone or a PC, and which is offline, which is not connected anywhere on the internet, and nobody can even know that you have a cryptocurrency in your own wallet. So, so in this way, if I have, for example, 100 Bitcoin on my mobile phone, in my wallet that I have in my mobile phone, nobody can, no government, nobody doesn't know. But if I have that in my, if I have 100 euro in my bank account, my tax office can have access and control anytime. The government can have control anytime. Anybody, a hacker can have control anytime and can control them.
All right. So, now that we've understood a little bit more about government controls, one of the questions that I had, especially in the earlier days of crypto, was that crypto was typically mined. So you would get a Bitcoin mining assignment, and someone would go and mine Bitcoin, and that's how they would unearth coins, and that's how they would accumulate value. So let's see what Yanis has to say about the subject of mining. And how do we get crypto today?
So in the beginning, the technology of the cryptocurrency started with Bitcoin was to use actually a computer, a PC, a computer in general, to mine cryptocurrency, to mine Bitcoin. So and that was used, but the protocol of Bitcoin, it is very specifically, and over time it becomes more difficult to mine more Bitcoin. So now then actually in the beginning there was a lot of people who could just use their PC to mine Bitcoin, but now it's very difficult because it requires a lot of power, energy, electricity, energy to mine Bitcoin. So now it's just a few companies that can invest that, like can buy a big computers to mine Bitcoin, and now there is not so much mining on the Bitcoin. So and actually the mining is just a way of solving. I'm trying to say it, I will try to say it very simple. It's actually it gives a problem to the computer with numbers, and the computer has to solve the problem, and when it solves the problem, it creates a piece of Bitcoin or any other currency which is with proof of work. That's it. In the mining, it says proof of work, that you prove that you solve that problem, and you earn a piece of crypto. And actually, in that moment, by doing that, you just are people who are doing mining. They are just keeping the network and supporting the network of the cryptocurrency in that moment. But now that things has changed, and there is no lots of cryptos that are with the mining anymore. It is only the Bitcoin and a few others. So there are now in the market more than 10,000 cryptocurrencies at this moment. There is Ethereum, which is the second biggest cryptocurrency, which is still with mining, but it's going to change in a few months. It's going to be with another type of technology, which is called proof of stake. It's something different, and it's just actually to confirm the transactions in the network, that technology. And it doesn't have to, it can be created, all the crypto for other cryptocurrencies can be created in the beginning, and they have just to approve the transaction, to confirm the transaction in the network. So now the proof of mine, it's going to be only for the Bitcoin. Is going to be like something as old technology, and we are going to a new era, which is proof of stake, another more light, and can be used, can be supported even with a mobile phone, something which is very simple, and it's going to work also better because it has more speed in the blockchain to go faster the transactions, because now with the Bitcoin it takes around 30 minutes to do a transfer from one wallet to another, and with the other technology you can do it in just a few seconds.
All right, so this is super informative so far. I hope you are gaining a lot from this. Certainly, if you have any of your own questions, if you would like to direct how the content of today's show is presented to you, feel free to add your questions to the Q&A box, add it to the chat box, and I will be sure to read it live and to address it directly with you. We will prepare the inserts in line with your feedback. All right, so on that note, one of the things that certainly hits me hard is the fact that Giannis mentioned just so many types of crypto out there. And I certainly want to understand this a bit more and figure out why are there so many types of crypto out there.
The Bitcoin is the first Bitcoin which has a limit of coins. It has to be 21 million coins. And there is also other like Ethereum, second one, it's Cardano, it's a few other cryptocurrencies. So there is a lot of cryptocurrencies, and to create a cryptocurrency, it's not in these days. It's very easy that somebody can create in just a few hours a cryptocurrency and launch. But all the purpose and the main thing about cryptocurrency is the project that they have behind, and where is going this crypto be used and why. So the Bitcoin now is not used so much to pay things, like to buy something. It's used more as store of value, as the gold. For example, you don't use the gold to buy to the supermarket, to buy somewhere. Same way now has become also the Bitcoin. People are storing their money in the Bitcoin. But other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, and not so much Ethereum, but also lower, actually also enough Ethereum, because it uses for so many different ways. They do some agreements for with the companies. For example, you have Cardano, which says that you can rent the house in Malta, you can buy in that supermarket, you can put us on the your shop as payment to other people to pay to buy your stuff from your shops. So it's going other cryptocurrencies is used in the market. So there's a lot of cryptocurrencies. Some of them they are just scam. They are just trying to cheat people, because like anytime in the market, everything happens. But somebody to understand this and to know on which cryptocurrency should participate or invest, they have first to study the basics, to learn if the cryptocurrency, that crypto, it is in the coin market. The coin market is a website that is every cryptocurrency which is legit. It's trading in the market. You can buy and sell anytime, and then you go to see what is to read on their website, and to see what is, and anywhere you can find on the internet, to see what is the purpose and what partnerships is about that project, because it's a lot of project, but you have to see where it's going to be used that cryptocurrency and why it's going to get value over time. Why it's actually almost now like looking at companies like Apple, Samsung, Microsoft, Google, and as you study why to invest there, you study also in cryptocurrency. But because cryptocurrency is a technology which will replace the existing economy, which is now, is going to have more value. It is considered having more value and has proved already that gives more profit if you store your money, if you invest in that and not in the shares, especially this period of time which is developing and is like join the internet in the age of 2000 or 1995.
All right, so this is good. So, folks, don't forget to send your feedback through as you are watching. Obviously, we're not done yet. We're really going to be unpacking a lot more value for you. There's going to be a lot more content coming your way as we navigate through the questions that we have pre prepared for you. Now, on that note, I've got a fantastic question here from Chris. Do you think cryptocurrency is being manipulated to be seen as stock trading for the normal human, and therefore losing a lot of uneducated people's money in the world? Well, while I may not be able to comment precisely on the element of education or perhaps a degree of like exploitation, let's see what Yanis has to say in regards to the fluctuations in this market and how to manipulate the crypto markets.
That's a very good question, and I'm going to give you uh, some examples of what happens in the last 30 days. So the price also goes up just and down just by the rumor. If a big company, announces that they are accepting cryptocurrency, the price is going to go up. Or if they say something bad, sometimes they just go a bit down. So a few months ago, Elon Musk announced on the Twitter that Tesla is going to accept Bitcoin as payment method, and the price immediately goes 17% up. It was so much trust. It is for the market and the crypto. It's so much trust, so the price go up. So 1 month ago, there was some information says that he has such a pressure because he's selling batteries, which is from it's environment friendly and all these things which they are pushing now about the environment and the energy. So he announced that he's not going to accept anymore. That Tesla actually is not going to accept anymore Bitcoin. They haven't sold because they had also buy $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. That they are not going to sell their Bitcoins, but they're not going to accept anymore Bitcoin. So that was an invalidation also from the cryptocurrency, because they say that the mining needs a lot of energy. We don't want to consume more energy, all these things, which is not real. Actually, has been proven that's a lie, but that has a negative impact to the cryptocurrency. So then the big fishes or the whales in the market, they see that as opportunity to shoot more down the price, and they sell. There's some indicators that if you see the charts and if you analyze the market, you can see that when is big sales of the crypto and when is buy or just buy. You can track the market. So in that days there was billions of dollars just of the crypto selling on the market, and that has impact to go more the price down. And they just there was everywhere in the media saying that the China is going to ban the mining of Bitcoin in China and the cryptocurrency trading in China. So that rumor was happening every single year, that China is going to ban cryptocurrency. China is going to ban cryptocurrency. And every time that happens, the price goes down. And it happens that the price goes down, and but they push it so much. There was a coordination on that from the rumor of first starting with Tesla, then with China. Then there is some trades that has a stop loss. It's something very like specifically for trading. So if the price goes down, the people who are doing professional trading, they put the mechanism there that it's going to sell automatically the cryptos. So in that case, when the price hits a specific target, there was $10 billion of dollars of crypto sold automatically. And also there was some other billions of dollars from people who has lots of crypto sell. They sell everybody, and that was such a scare, such a fear about the market, and the price just keeps going down. And the people who are there's now lots of millions of people who are new in the cryptocurrency. They from their fear they just start selling. So they shoot the price down, and the Bitcoin from 59,000 goes to 30,000, and then starts they and then was data that were billions of dollars buying from people who was from the whales, we say, buying again buying Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency when the price was down. So they knew it, they do it in purpose. There was all the data very clear showing that there was just the manipulation. It was such a coordination, so much coordination to do that. And they now leave the market to go then up, and they do that almost actually every month. They do that. They do that every month. They don't do so big like to shoot down the price more than 30%. That happened usually once per month, once per year, but 5 to 15% can happen every month, the price to go down just from the negative news.
Very insightful content. So much stuff going on in this world that I feel as I listen to Giannis speak, I feel I'm just not abreast of. Wow. All right. So, really good question here from Henrique. So, basically, this question is what constitutes the value of the currency? Demand is, of course, a factor, but does politics also factor into the value? So, I think at this point, you know, the first thing that I would like to confront, I'm going to get this question answered probably through more than one insert, but let's start by looking at, you know, crypto as a store of value, because obviously it's an investment vehicle. You put money into it, you hold onto it, and then you wait for the value to increase, and then of course you can, monetize your return. You can liquidate that investment. Alternatively, you could use it as a physical store of value, meaning you could go and pay for goods and services. So I asked Giannis this question, and I would like us, in response to, at least as a first response to Henrique's question, let's look at whether crypto is in fact a store of value or purely just an investment vehicle.
Some there's a lot of businesses now that they accept Bitcoin as a payment system, but people who understand the Bitcoin, they are not using Bitcoin to sell to pay anymore because they want to hold. It's very famous in the cryptocurrency, hold cryptocurrency, because if you hold over time, it's going to get more value. So there is the bit more business they are going to accept and say that you can pay with the Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Some people use, of course, because maybe they have all their money in their finances and crypto, so they have to use anyway some cryptocurrency to pay. But most of the people, most of the holders, they are just keeping over time. And I'm talking now more specifically for big projects like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, and a few others, which is in the top 5, 10 cryptocurrencies in the market. And the other cryptocurrencies, which is lower, also Ethereum and Cardano, some other cryptocurrencies, you can use it already to buy a lot of things in the market.
All right, so we got some fantastic questions coming through. Really good stuff, really driving the discussion here. Don't forget, if you do have something on your mind, if there's something that you'd like explored, we're going to do our best to get you that content on the live show. So feel free to drop your question into the Q&A box, or you could put it into the chat box as well. That's totally fine. Henrique's question regarding the where does the value of the currency come from? I do believe that there's, the entry point is what we looked at. So just looking at crypto as a potential store of value, but there's more to that question. And I want to just overlap it perhaps with Zeef's question regarding the finance systems and the banks. So I'm going to read out Zeef's question here. Do you feel that a country like South Africa and other African countries will be able to transition into a decentralized banking system using cryptocurrency swiftly enough to make it worth their while? With this currency, the value is in its monetary usage. With this currency, the value in its monetary usage needs to be harnessed. And I just wonder, I mean, guys, I'm just going to suggest please keep your questions super short and simple, because otherwise it becomes a little bit complex to decipher, especially if it's worded incorrectly. So let me just do this. Let's just jump to this next video, which is all about decentralizing finance using cryptocurrency. Let's see what Giannis has to say.
You can have, as you have the bank accounts now running and doing everything that we do with the bank accounts, you can do that in the centralized system, that it will not be controlled by some people or some governments, which can shut down your bank account, or it can freeze your bank account, or can take your money because you have to pay you own some taxes, or for whatever reason, or because they don't like you. So there has been started and built already lots of banks decentralized, which is not controlled. There is a protocol how to run, but which is not controlled by a center or by a government. And people can store their even fiat money, but also the cryptocurrency in that banks. There is a lot named. Some of them are Nexo, it's Celsius, BlockFi, and they are building even more almost every day. New, not every day, but for sure every week or every month is starting new banks. It's also, yeah, some I can also tell some others, but you can find this on the internet. So the purpose of this is that if sometimes, for example, people wants a loan for their business or for their life or for anything. If somebody wants now a loan of, for example, let's say $5,000, he has to go to a bank. He has to give a lot of papers and proves that he can pay. He can pay the loan in a few words. You know that, and there is an interest. Usually, it's a 10, 15 to 20%. Sometimes it depends on the country or the bank that you're using, or for what case. And it's a lot. It's a procedure there, and sometimes you get the loan, sometimes you don't get. Or for the business, it's even more difficult to prove that you can repay that loan and all that thing. So there is a technology now that people can get loan, or if people have money, can get the interest. Because also the other part of the banks is that if you have $1 million, for example, and you just put them, you have them in the bank account, the interest that you make per year, it's nothing almost. It's 0 point something. Or if you have 100,000 again, or 10,000, they're nothing. So in the decentralized finance, if, for example, you have done $10,000, you can just lend that $10,000 to me, and I need that $10,000 as a loan, and that interest, that 10, 12, 14%, I pay directly to you. I don't pay that to the bank account. So in this case, you that have the money, you're going to get the percentage back, because anyway, also the bank accounts, that use our money to lend to other people, and they get the interest and we get nothing, actually, almost nothing. And in this case, so people can lend their money to others who needs loan, and the people who lend can get interest, and the interest on that is from 8 to 14% yearly. It's very good interest, and it's more profitable to keep the money there than just in the bank accounts. And the people who need loan, it's can take very easy. And the way to take loan, for example, if I have $10,000 in Bitcoin, and I don't want to sell that Bitcoin because I need that. I believe that the price is going to go higher, and I'm going to need that from the future. So I can take now a loan of 50% of the value that I have in crypto. So if I have, for example, $10,000 in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other cryptocurrency, I can take a loan of 50% of this value. So I just transfer the crypto in that bank, the $10,000 cryptocurrency, and I can take a loan of 5,000 from your money or some other money, somebody else money who want to lend that money, and I can use that 5,000 outside, like for any, I can withdraw and use for any other purpose. And this is more secure. It's the loan is just 2-3 minutes. You don't need any paper, any approval, nothing. and because you have already the assets there, and uh, you can take a loan of 50% of what you have. This is something that is going to replace the existing economy right now, because this economy is running already, and it's more than $200 billion has been built in the last 2 years. So if in 2 years has been built more than $200 billion, just imagine what's going to happen in the next 10 years. And that is going to replace the bank accounts, the bank system. The banks are scared now a lot because they know that they are losing now. And the people, there is more than 135 million people investing in the cryptocurrency. There was an announcement that all the banks of America, they now want to give cryptocurrency to their customers. Some banks in Greece, they, from the fear, because they are losing money, they stop allowing you to use your credit card, your own money, to buy cryptocurrency. That's insane, but it's happening because they are losing lots of millions of dollars. Also have left from the country and has been bought cryptocurrency. Okay, so this is going to replace, it's something that is going to replace in the future, and it's happening already, but in the next years it's going to replace the existing economy. And also in some time, maybe the banks also, they have to use this system, otherwise it's going to lose the game. They're going to be out of the game.
All right, so a lot of very good, valuable information there, and I've learned a lot in terms of the banking system and this whole concept of decentralizing finance. Well, let's jump to this concept now. Let's get into the heart of it, and let's talk about investing in crypto. There's a good question here from Henrique, and it says, is investing in cryptocurrency meant to be short term or long term? How does one find the right currency to invest in? And how do you know if the currency is authentic? So, very good questions coming through. We're definitely going to tackle these questions very directly. Chris, I've noted your next question lined up. Very interesting question. I'm going to hope that we have a complete answer for you, but a super interesting question. We'll get to that in a second. So, now let's talk. In light of the questions that have come through, let's talk investment in crypto, and let's start with just asking the basic question: should we be investing in crypto at this point?
Money in the fiat currency is going to lose value over time, and this has been proven so well in the last 20 and last 12 months, and more specifically in the US, also in Europe, but more in the US, which US dollar has lost 25% of the value. Why? Because they just print more and more money. They print already around $7 trillion, and around 25% of the total supply of the US dollar has been printed only in the last 12 to 14 months. So by the time there is no control, there is no max supply of how much fiat currency is going to be, and that is going to lose the value over the time. And the cryptocurrency is considered more now in this daily ages. It has been considered more value than the gold and silver itself. And there is very, very clear stats that shows that the increase of the value of cryptocurrency comparing with gold and silver is higher. And there's a lot of analysis from experts in the market and the investments, which they clearly show that it is more valuable to invest on the crypto, because over the time, as it's going to be more in the market, and it's going to change everything, and it's going to replace the economy itself anyway, it's going to give more value. For example, there is a plan already, even for the US dollar and the EU, to be only digital, and that one is going to be built on the Ethereum technology, in the Ethereum blockchain, because also cryptocurrency and the projects like Ethereum, Cardano, and some others can be used as their technology can be used to build up other apps and other technologies, like other cryptocurrencies. Other people who wants to create their own cryptocurrency, they can build up in these projects. So this gives more value, and by the time that is more people is going to involve in this, and is going to uh, be more accepted in the market, is going to give more value. And for the next 10 years, it considers as the best and the number one opportunity for investing and to store the money, to store value in the cryptocurrency.
Sure, a lot of content there, huh? I mean, I'm learning, I'm certainly learning a lot. I hope you are enjoying this content. I hope you are getting value from it. And of course, let us know. We constantly looking to improve our content and bring good quality content to you via the right experts from around the world. We definitely want to know what you want to hear about. So feel free to let us know in the information or in the webinar feedback. Now, Chris is asking a question here. I've heard that once people lose their credentials to access their cryptocurrency, it's lost forever. Any comment? So that certainly would be a risk of investing in crypto. So let's zoom out a bit. So that's a very specific question. Let's zoom out and see what are the overall risks of investing in crypto.
It's only two things in my understanding. First is that you have to understand the very specific, very basic things about cryptocurrency, on where to buy, how to buy, and where to store your value as secure. It's something that somebody can learn in just like 1-2 hours to know what are the safe wallets to store the cryptocurrency. And the second one is to understand some basic things about the manipulation of the market. So yes, cryptocurrency are independent. They is not controlled by governments or anyone or banks, but it still can be manipulated when it comes to the value of how much this crypto is in euro and dollar. And as people manipulate the Wall Street, the stock prices and everything, they sometimes, many times actually, they can also manipulate the price of the cryptocurrency. And in this case, people has just to learn about the history to see what happens in the last 12 years about the manipulations and the price, because the cryptocurrency price, the movement of the price in the cryptocurrency has a bigger movement than the shares, the stock market. You can see the value of your crypto minus 50% down or minus 85% down in just one day. But that's what happens in the cryptocurrency. You have to accept that if you participate. And is the psychology, part that makes people in fear, like I'm going to lose everything, and let's at least sell and have 30% of my money which I put. And that's a big trap, and has been proven so many times, because there's a lot of manipulation with fake news or just negative news on media about. There is now media only about cryptocurrency, and there is only, and also just the media we know. They are so many times saying just negative things and pushing down the price, and then the big guys, the whales we call in the cryptocurrency, they are just accumulating more cryptocurrency. They sell high, they scare people, they scare the market, the price go down, they buy more. The people who are new in the cryptocurrency, they sell their cryptos because they are scared that they're going to lose everything. And the people who understand, who are long time holders, they just accumulate more and more crypto. And that's the risk. And if somebody study just the fundamentals of the cryptocurrency and knows some basic things and how the market works, and there's, for example, some data that shows that cryptocurrency has died at least 420% from negative news. But every time after a big fail in the price, it goes up and even stronger. And if people hold specifically for some 2-3 years at least, has been proven that they never lose money, but actually they gain more profit from the cryptocurrency. You have just to understand and know, and because sometimes when you see the portfolio of your cryptocurrency down compared with the fiat money, doesn't mean that you have lost your money. And you lose in the cryptocurrency only if you sell your cryptocurrency when the price is down. And if you just study the graph and the charts and see the price, every time when it's down from the negative news, and it shows very clear when it's down from negative news, then comes and goes even stronger.
All right. So one of the terms that came up a bit earlier that I found interesting was this concept of Internet 3.0. So I just decided to clear that up with Yanis and see how he would define Internet 3.0.
The Internet 3.0 is actually a decentralized internet. What that means? We have the internet now, which is centralized and is controlled. Every data on the internet is stored right now in the Google Cloud or Amazon Cloud and some other few companies. So anything is controlled now, any data. If you just have some access on the internet, of course you don't have a problem, but for major businesses, and we see also the president of United States deplatformed in just like a few days, and they just deplatform because they have policies. They say that if if we consider that it's risk for us, we're gonna deplatform you. So the Internet 3.0 is going to be decentralized. Decentralized means that it's not going to be controlled from somebody, from a government or from big companies. It's going to be the store of data is going to be independent on the internet, and it's going to be held and supported from just from the people itself. So that can be for building websites, from building companies, for storaging data, videos, any kind of data, and also it's going to be it's going to be a combination of the technology running in the entire world, but also the finance running, the digital money. So because we have the we're going to have the data, okay, but we're going to have also the DeFi finance. The DeFi finance it is also decentralized finance, which will not be controlled from central banks as it is controlled now, but it's going to be controlled just by the people. And this is something that people like want so much because they're so upset with the banks and with the big companies just deplatforming you or denying you access or controlling your money or your data. And that's yeah, that's and it's developing day by day. It's developing every single day. It's going so fast that you sometimes you cannot follow how big is how fast is developing this. It's happening already, actually.
All right. So hope you enjoyed the content here. Chris, I know that we haven't fully answered your question there about the loss of credentials and what size and magnitude of risk that presents to a possible investor. But I'll just suggest that maybe just drop us a note in the webinar feedback, and then I will make sure that we get an answer from Yanis. We'll get that over to you. And of course, we'll be sharing some of his social details soon. So you could also check in directly on one of his existing videos or maybe even contact him directly. On that note, we did ask Yanis what training he would recommend that we complete.
There's a lot of data on the internet, and somebody can be lost in the information. And to learn about the cryptocurrency, it's quite difficult sometimes because it is it's so many words that you cannot easily duplicate and understand. But I would recommend to start to learn a bit about, to read on the bitcoin.org about what is Bitcoin, what is blockchain, a few things, that very simple things. And then the easiest way that I see about for people to understand, it's watching videos on YouTube. Now is a lot of people on YouTube with millions of subscribers doing daily video and explain everything about the cryptocurrency, keeping updated what's happening, and analyzing all the projects, analyzing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, every kind of projects, doing that on YouTube. And also in YouTube are lots of data, you can be very easy lost. And in my experience, there is one guy, one YouTube channel, which is like the University of Cryptocurrency. His name is Guy, and his YouTube channel is Coin Bureau. You can find it very easy. He has more than 1 million subscribers. And like actually, you can learn everything about cryptocurrency from his channel. He explained it very simple, very with pictures and very understandable way. But it's impossible to not understand if you watch his videos. And he explains every detail for all the important cryptocurrency and any important thing that somebody should know about cryptocurrency and want to learn.
So we had little doubt that you would want to do some additional follow-ups. Certainly, in a show of this format, we're not going to learn absolutely everything there is to know. I'm pretty sure that this was enough to just raise your sense of inquiry, make you a bit curious about the subject, and then you would perhaps want to do some follow-up of your own. So we're going to be giving Yanis the opportunity to share his social details with you shortly. For the moment, I ask that you kindly complete the feedback link. This is very important to us because it really helps us develop the show in line with what you want. So it's super important that you give us your feedback and tell us what are the topics you're interested in, what you like and what you dislike. We don't have any more questions that are coming in right this second. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and share and have Yanis share his social details with you. And after that, I'll do a quick wrap.
I have two YouTube channels. The big and major channel for me is in Greek. It calls Yannis Andreou. You can find it very easy in YouTube, and somebody can see there. There is actually Greek content, so you cannot understand much there. But if you just want to have an idea, at least what I'm doing, you can check there. And I have also an English channel, which I'm now building. I'm uploading video, start uploading video again, because I started a few months ago, but it was difficult to keep both of channels. And now I'm going to start again my English channel. I have around 20 video there about cryptocurrency, but I'm going to start doing also daily video, at least one video per day about cryptocurrency on my English channel. And the name of my English channel is Crypto Master, and you can find it easy. Even if it's another channel, you can find it easy because you see my face, my picture, and you're going to find it easy.
So if you have any further questions, feel free to send them through via the webinar feedback link. We will do our best to get it answered directly by Yanis, and we'll get you an answer. We'll either send it to you, give you a call, whatever you prefer. On that note, that brings our show content to a wrap. We do have some additional videos which we'll be posting directly to our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you're always abreast of our new episodes or additional content that might not make it into the episode itself. On that note, thank you so much for joining this week's or this month's installment. It's been really good having your questions come through and help us navigate through the content. Please ensure that you let other people know about the show. This is produced by us, made freely available to you to keep you abreast of all sorts of technology developments and how you can leverage that for your business, and obviously just become a little bit more knowledgeable, thus enabling you to make more effective decisions in this digital age. Thank you so much, and we will see you shortly.